tutorial to know how to install the Windows Subsystem for Linux or WSL2 on Windows 10. We must be running Windows 10. Install Chocolatey. Open PowerShell as administrator, search for Windows PowerShell in the Start menu, right-click it and select Run as administrator. Now we run following commands to install Chocolatey. Close and reopen the PowerShell window, so it will refresh the Windows path environment variable and the Choco command will be available. Now configure Chocolatey to suppress any annoying prompts. Run the following commands in PowerShell as administrator. Chocolatey is a package manager for Windows and we will use it to assist in the installation of some other programs. We always need to be in an elevated terminal with administrator privileges when calling Choco, be it PowerShell or command prompt. Chocolatey will automatically installs the packages if required software are not installed already. Run the following command in PowerShell as administrator. Sudo is a tool which enables us to run commands with elevated permissions much like sudo command in Linux. As now we have sudo, we don't need to open as administrator anymore. Let's install the Windows terminal. Run following commands. Once we have Windows terminal installed, we can open any of different shells as tabs and then run the commands through it. These terminals could be PowerShell or shell on the Ubuntu. Now install or enable the WSL2. Run following commands in PowerShell. After this, enabled the Hyper-V at the Windows initialization. Run the following commands in PowerShell and restart the Windows machine. This is very important step in WSL2 installation. Now install Ubuntu 20.04 LTS WSL2 distribution. Run the following three commands one by one in PowerShell. We need to make sure Ubuntu 20.04 is set as our default distro in WSL. Now open the Ubuntu 20.04 LTS from the Start menu and follow the instructions on the screen to complete the post-installation steps. We should provide a username and password that we want to log in into Ubuntu. In my case, I am providing the username and password as Panda. This username and password will be required by all the time when we want to run any command as sudo in Linux subsystem. So, please remember it or note it down. Now let's verify our Ubuntu Linux system don't have network connectivity issue. Our Linux box must be able to ping the public domain or IP address like google.com, yahoo.com. We need to also verify that we are able to ping the localhost machine or not. This will be very important if we want deployed services in the Linux box as well as on Windows box must be able to communicate without any issue. There is one common issue I have found that users are not able to share the files between the Windows and Linux system. They tried multiple things like mount or unmount. Watch carefully, Explorer.x and Explorer.x will be very helpful to share the files between the two machines. Even, I am showing in this tutorial that I have created a file using the Vi editor in Linux box, but those can be seen in the Windows box. Congratulations, so we have set up the WSL2 successfully in our Windows machine. We can execute Linux commands very easily here. If we want to install some new software, then sudo apt install software name will be helpful to install in Linux system. Hope you have enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any question, then drop the message or comments on video and I would reply there. If you find the tutorial is helpful, please consider to subscribe the YouTube Panda Tech Tips channel. Keep liking and commenting on video. Thank you for watching.